Hi guys, UK Guns here. So in this video, I just want to, just a short, brief video really, just an update on the Hatsan Escort Magnum semi-automatic 12 gauge shotgun. So I've had this shotgun now for a few months, and I've probably put through at least 700 or 800 rounds, I'd say, through it, if not 1,000. Certainly a few slabs of ammunition have gone through this. If not, I would say possibly around about 1,000 rounds of ammunition have gone through this shotgun. So got a pretty good idea of its good points and its bad points, and so I'll go through those now, and I'll kind of recap on all of its features as well. I got this gun brand new, and it cost me about £260. Obviously there was like fees and stuff on top of that, like with shipping and the RFD fees. So all in all, it was about £300, £310, I think. But that's still incredibly good value for this sort of style of gun. And I was immediately impressed with it. As I said, I've already done like an introduction video to this, so you can look at that on my channel, where I talk about it coming out of the box and things like that. But it comes with a full set of chokes and a few spare parts as well for it, which I thought was amazing value considering the price of the gun. So it's got everything that you'd expect it to. It's got a pretty nice stock. It's a polymer stock, black polymer stock, but it's got a nice rubberized part at the back here, which does make for a nice comfortable shoulder position when you're firing this gun. It's nice and comfortable and helps with the recoil as well. This is just an add-on that you put on there. You don't keep that on there when you're using the gun. It's got a bladed cocking handle, but that is for when it's in your bag and when you're transporting it. Stops the cocking handle from piercing through your bag, which is obviously really important. So that's a nice little, just extra features like that. When you're buying a budget gun, you don't expect to get extra little things that make it more practical. Usually those get omitted, but with a Hatsan, they weren't, which I was really impressed with. It's got mag tube cutoff, which is here, so this stops it from picking up rounds from the magazine. It does hold open, but it doesn't have a hold open catch as such, and this is one drawback, I would say. You know, often they might have a bolt catch or something here. There isn't that. Instead, it's the gate. So if you see on the gate, there's two pieces, the silver part and the black part. The silver part is essentially the bolt release, so when you press on the silver part, that drops the bolt forward. And that's designed so that when you're loading a round, you'll press the bolt forward, and then the round you slide up into the mag tube by pressing the black part in as well. And it is logical, it makes sense, but I would like to have a bolt catch just because it's easier, especially once at the end of the day you want to load a snap cap straight into the chamber. You then got to press on there with your finger, which always feels a bit sketchy when you're pressing your finger up towards the bolt that's falling forward quite fast. So I'd like to have a bolt catch, but it doesn't have that. But again, for what it is, this is really, really good value for money. It's got a safety catch there. So you've got obviously two position safety catch. So if you can see on this side, the red, obviously for fire, and then on the other side it's just black for safe. And it's got a pretty nice trigger. Obviously you don't expect anything too special with shotguns, but the trigger's pretty nice, pretty easy to operate. Fairly straightforward. It's a 3-shot, well, 2+1, so it's a section 2, which is great. I'm not sure if they do them in section 1. I know Hatsan do make section 1 shotguns, but I'm not sure about the Escort Magnum specifically. And of course it's threaded to take chokes, and it comes with a full set of chokes. And what I like about it as well is that they're external chokes, so they protrude externally out from the barrel. So very, very easy to change your chokes over. You don't need a tool. So some shotguns, like my Huglu Atrox, it comes with a special tool because it's internal in the barrel and you need to put the tool in and undo them. And that's fine, but if you want to change them when you're on the go, you're out shooting and you're changing your distances you're shooting at, or whatever it is you're shooting at, you want to change the chokes over. With this gun, it's just a lot easier because it's a case of just unscrewing the choke you were using with your hands and then screwing in the new one. No tools or anything like that, so it's a lot less finicky and pretty straightforward. So I like that as an extra. Now, just sights wise, it just has this bead. That's it, nothing really special, which is okay for clay pigeon shooting. It does have a bit of a rail here, but this isn't a 20mm rail, so this isn't Picatinny or whatever. It's sort of like a Weaver rail, but even then it seems a bit narrow for that. So I'm not entirely sure what sort of sights that would take. Maybe someone can leave in the comments exactly what sights that would take. I wouldn't put a sight on this because I use it for clay pigeon shooting, but it does have a rail, so you could mount some sort of sight on it, but I know it doesn't take standard size sights. Stripping and assembling I won't do in this video because I've got a separate video for doing it, but it's pretty easy to strip and assemble, so that's, you know, not too difficult as well. All round, I've got to say, very, very good value for money. I really like this gun. It's fantastic. It's a lot of fun to shoot, and being semi-automatic makes it that little bit easier as well. It's pretty accurate. I'm not the best clay shooter in the world by any sense, and that's what I've been using this mostly for, clay pigeon shooting, but I do all right with this thing, so that tells me something. I think it's a pretty good gun, and for the price, for £260, brand new, I think it's outstanding value for money. It feels well made. I've not had issues with it. I don't really get feed issues or anything like that. Occasionally you may get, you know, where a round on the ejection gets caught, but very, very rarely have I had that happen. So very, very few feed issues or stoppages, things like that. All in all, very, very good gun. So if you're thinking about getting a Hatsan Escort Magnum, I would 100% recommend it. Thanks for watching.